is 516-572-7440. While I've got your attention, I got to tell you about a great show that we have on this station. It's Polka Beat on Mondays at 8 p.m. Polka Bob features all styles of polka music and additional music of Ukrainian, Slovenian, and Polish influence, as well as news of the ethnic community. But let's just jump right into hockey. The Maple Leafs signed John Tavares to a 7-year deal worth $77 million. Last year for the Islanders, he had 84 points in 82 games, 1 point less than Matthew Barzal. What are your thoughts on him leaving?
This sucks. This sucks. Look, it's
a good way of putting it.
Let me just put it to you this way. If you're an Islander fan, if you were a casual Islander fan leading up to 2009, it wasn't really pretty. And since 2009, John Tavares has really been the only constant player that we've ever seen. And successful.
Except Bailey.
Yeah, except Bailey. But Tavares was more successful than Bailey.
Definitely.
So it's basically... It stings. It absolutely stings. This is basically a nasty divorce. This is what's going on right now. Now, I don't think that if he re-signed, and I feel so bad to be wrong, I feel so awful to be wrong, and I think it's hitting me the most out of everyone because I had so much faith.
After the draft, I knew he wasn't going to re-sign.
And you know what? I still had that faith, and I think that's why it's hitting me the most out of everyone
and
here.
I still don't understand why. Why after the draft, when the Islanders missed on two huge targets of theirs in Grubauer and Hannafin, did you think that he was going to resign?
Because I think that he's too good of a player. I think he's too much of a generational player to just walk away, to just let him walk away. Now, the Islanders were in the war until the very end.
Yes, they were.
As we're told. And you know what? If they weren't, I would be, distraught. I'd be even more distraught like I am now.
I wouldn't blame Tavares, though. I'll be honest with you.
Here's the thing. I don't necessarily blame John Tavares for leaving. I blame management, specifically Garth Snow.
You gotta blame Lamoriello, too. Lamoriello is not without blame here.
I understand that, but I think Garth Snow deserves most of the blame here because he had multiple opportunities to put a good team around John Tavares, not just a serviceable one, just to get butts in the seats. I don't blame Lamoriello as much as I do Garth Snow because, this is a very critical time for free agency in terms of the Islanders. This was where legacies was on the line, and it's a nasty divorce. I think the last time I was so distraught about something that my team didn't do, specifically letting a player walk, Jacob, not as much as this, was Robinson Cano. That was the last time I was beside myself, how could he do this? But it wasn't as bad because the Yankees at least won a championship. John Tavares...
Wait. Say that again?
The last time I was beside myself when a team...
before.
Yes.
Before, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Before, Sunday. Now, I don't blame John Tavares for leaving. I think the Maple Leafs give him a really good chance to win.
I'm so glad you said that you don't blame Tavares.
I just don't like how...
Because Islander fans are acting like children right now.
And I agree with you, Eric. I don't blame John Tavares for leaving at all. The Islanders have given him absolutely nothing. And I don't like John Tavares. I think he's overrated, but I do feel bad for him in that respect. I think that the whole situation was handled horribly. He made the entire Islanders organization look ridiculous. I don't agree.
Tavares did not lead them on. Tavares gave the Islanders organization literally every opportunity possible to improve the team. What did you want him to do? Did you want him to languish here in mediocrity?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Is that what you expected?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying was, obviously, he says all the right things. He genuinely is what I should say, he wanted to be here. He came out and said that. He said that his whole career.
Right.
And
if they had traded for Carlson, if they had traded for Grubauer, if they had traded for Talbot, whoever, John Tavares would still be here. But Lou Lamoriello failed!
My problem with this whole John Tavares thing is he said at the trade deadline that he asked not to be traded at the trade deadline. But then to walk away in free agency, I think is wrong because
he still had faith that the Islanders would add talent at the draft.
I understand that. And you have to think that the Doug Weight firing did play a part in this because
I thought he had a hand in it. Now I'm not so sure.
I don't think so
he
either.
didn't because I know Doug Weight and him are close. So it was definitely interesting.
It definitely was. Islander fans, I'm talking to you directly. You guys are acting like children. I'm ashamed to be an Islander fan after seeing the stunts you're pulling. Calling him a traitor, calling him Quisling, calling him Benedict Arnold. It's classless. He gave you the best 9 years of his life. And this is how you treat him. He's one of the best players in the history of your franchise. And to treat him like garbage is classless. This is why you guys are the worst fans in all of sports. And I am ashamed to be a part of it. I am ashamed to be an Islander fan. To John Tavares, I applaud you. Thank you for your 9 years. Something that I've never seen anyone else say. It's classless.
No, I agree with you. I do understand where Islander fans are coming from, though, because they're hurt by this. I understand. I get it.
If they really thought that Tavares was going to re-sign after the draft, they had to still believe in Santa Claus.
No, I know. And I think that they're not a win-now team. They're not. The Islanders, after this, they are not a win-now team. And now they're acting like they are with these stupid moves. Hickey, Komarov, Filppula, Matt Martin, whoop-de-freaking-do. And I know that they're in talks with Erik Karlsson or with the Ottawa Senators. I don't think that it's going to... Islanders fans are so excited about this, but are you willing to give up some of your best prospects? Are you willing to give up Kiefer Bellows? Are you willing to give up Noah Dobson, Oliver Wahlstrom? That's what the Senators are going to want.
Here's what I'll say. If Erik Karlsson gets traded to the Islanders, they're a borderline playoff team.
So where they have been.
I agree.
They won't make it, but they'll be competitive.
But I do think that Karlsson is going to go to Vegas with Bobby Ryan.
That could happen. I could see that happening. But for Islander fans to act like this is classless. It's disgusting. They're acting like children. Enough already.
See, I think the reason why Islander fans are acting like this is really the first time it happened to Islander fans, like in our lifetime, where this superstar, and there were these...
Jason Blake left after a 30-goal season. That was rough.
No, I know, but he's not John Tavares is what I'm saying. He wasn't the captain. He was an integral part of the early 2000s Islanders teams. I love Jason Blake. I really do. But he's not John Tavares. And I think that's what hurts Islander fans the most is, the only good thing that happened in most recent memory, number one, was getting past the Florida Panthers, eventually getting beat by the Tampa Bay Lightning.
In 5 humiliating games.
But the happiest time of an Islander fan life, specifically in 2009, was drafting John Tavares. And look, It sucks.
If you're an Islander fan, you have a right to be upset. I was upset, too. In the middle of McCarran Airport, I let out a blood-curdling no, and I threw my carry-on to the ground. I thought TSA was going to drag me off the flight. I was upset, too. But I wasn't burning his jersey.
I hate that.
I wasn't calling him Pajama Boy. It's classless.
If any of us had a chance to play for your hometown team, I think any of us would take it because that's an amazing opportunity, so I don't blame him. But you talk about, everybody's talking about John Tavares' Islanders' legacy is ruined. I get it. He put up a lot of points. He was the captain, but can you really call one playoff series win a legacy?
It's a regular season legacy. That's what it is. John Tavares failed in the big spots. There was one game, I don't remember the game, where he let up a big face-off in his own zone.
I remember it. I don't remember who they played, but they lost. I remember that.
I think it was Tampa. It may have been Tampa, it may have been Florida, but I know it was that year.
In the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it was that year. He has no playoff success. That is true, but John Tavares could be the best player on a Stanley Cup winning team, and for Islander fans to treat him like this is garbage. It's why they're the worst fans in all of sports.
You want to hear something crazy?
Islander fans are the worst fans in all of sports, and I am not ashamed to say that.
I do agree with you 100%.
And you want to hear something crazy? Well, not really crazy. It's kind of crazy to me.
You guys are Quisling. Let me tell you, it's not Tavares. You guys. You're the ones who are burning his jersey after he gave 9 years of his life to you.
I will say this. It's kind of crazy to me because I never really thought about it. I never thought about jumping ship, and I'm not going to. But someone that I worked with on Sunday...
I know someone who jumped ship.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Became a Ranger fan. My friend Jim.
Really?
Yeah. Became a Ranger fan.
I don't know if I can do that, but someone asked me...
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Think about it this way. If you're an Islander fan, just put yourself in my shoes for a second, Eleanor. I've been an Islander fan for 21 years. They've only won one playoff series.
Yeah. No,
Every freaking year, I get myself juiced up for the stupid team, and it's 21 years of age. Enough already. Let him go hurt somebody else. I mean, when am I ever going to have a chance to win a lousy freaking championship? One time! Not four! One lousy stinking time! Gee whiz! I don't care about that dynasty. I don't care about one playoff series. I want to win one! One! I'll get out of here forever! You'll never see me again! I'll crawl in a hole and die! Let me win once! Once! I'll leave! I swear I'll leave! I'll quit! Sean will be happy! Dave will be happy! The host of the stage door will be happy! I'll get out of here forever! You'll never see me again! I'll crawl in a hole and die! I swear to God! Let me win once! Once! Just once! Oh no! That's it! Just once! Please! Please just give me one thing as an Islander fan! One! That's it! Just one!
I've seen, obviously I'm a Penguins fan, okay? I've seen multiple championships. It takes, the Islanders aren't even close. Honestly, I'm being completely honest. It's not because I'm a Penguins fan. It's not because I don't like the Islanders. It's my hockey viewpoint. They need a goaltender. They need defense. And you look at the teams that win Stanley Cups, they are so deep. And they have all four lines rolling. They have production from all four lines. They have deep defense, and they have great goaltenders. And the Islanders are not even close.
And they never, ever will be. Nothing goes right for them. Not even the fans.
We'll see how
That's what I'm upset over. Not upset Tavares. I'm upset the fans. That's why I acted like that. I know, Eric. We have a caller on the line. Caller, you're on Beyond the Game. How the hell are you?
Yes, you do have a caller on the line.
How are you, Martin from American? Rub it in my face that Tavares left?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because, quite honestly, I think he really didn't play fair when he said to Snow, "Don't trade me at the deadline."
He gave the Islanders every single opportunity to put a good team around him.
But, how... I think realistically, how are people going to take that? Don't trade...
Oh, they're acting like children.
But... That aside, and, I also know you're a Yankee fan, and you have tasted victory. I think you've said on your show you were in the stands at Game 6 in 2009.
Greatest day of my life.
Okay, so I know you have seen victory. It's unfortunate that, when you hire a GM who a day ago was the backup goalie.
The Islanders, for my entire lifetime, have been the laughingstock of the NHL, and it'll never change.
Well,
it never will. In my lifetime, I hope to live 100 more years. They will never win a Stanley Cup in my lifetime. Never.
Well, when as I said, when the GM has virtually no experience as being...
And replacing a Stanley Cup winning GM. The guy who brought a Stanley Cup to your team, Neil Smith.
And was fired a month into the job by the owner for reasons that still have never been made public.
Because Smith didn't want to be Charles Wong's puppet. That's why. And it's classless by Wong. Classless by ownership. I knew they were morons. Called it from day one. I said it in February that they were morons. I've seen this movie before. As an Islander fan, you have too. Everyone affiliated with the Islanders, and that includes me, is a moron for rooting for this godforsaken team.
Then come over to the red, white, and blue
Martin,
side.
I'm thinking of it. I'm not going to lie to you. I will tell you, the first thing I did when I got home was get rid of my Sonny Gray shirt and my John Tavares shirt. That is a true story. All right, Martin, thanks for the call.
Wait a minute.
All right, go ahead.
Now that I've calmed you down, let's switch to baseball.
All right, sounds good.
And I have a question for you.
Let's do it.
Okay, July 1st, Toronto is home. They wear special jerseys because it's Canada Day, which is their National Day.
It's there 4th of July.
Right.
It's not Vimy Day?
July 4th. Why are the Mets on the road in Toronto? Why isn't Toronto playing some team in the States?
That's fair.
I don't know. You'd have to ask Rob Manfred, Martin. I don't have an answer to that. That's a good question.
I think you should do some research on that because, believe it or not, I don't think it's fair to the Mets. They should be allowed to play